I call upon police. Of recent, we have had Mr. Nanga say anyone who has information about anyone practicing homosexuality, here I am as a UPC spokesperson. I bring forth Chameleon and his brother to apologize to the generation of this country, and also police should take up that opportunity to warn any other musician who is planning on doing the same act, whether they have been coerced, whether they have been paid to do so, we don't care what, but police has to take up and tell these people to apologize, and also inform the young generation. Not only come on camera and say, Bananga, we are sorry. No, we don't allow that. Let them come up and tell the public that what we did was wrong and it shouldn't be done, because it is promoting a lot of things. It is promoting incest. By virtue of the African culture, you cannot kiss your own brother. When you look at the homosexuality part, they're trying to say that it is okay to have a relation with the same sex. Whatever they did on that stage is wrong at all levels of our culture, at all levels of our laws. And therefore, I call upon the Uganda police to come up and take it up and protect our children. You cannot say people should report homosexuality, but you're seeing someone doing it in front of camera on TV stations and you say nothing about it. When you look at the background of homosexuality and lesbianism, how it came out to get into the public was through the schools. But remember, these schools have clubs that most of these international organizations sponsor, and it's through those clubs that they get into our children. However, these people, the rich people that practice homosexuality also have the capacity, they have the financial arm to sponsor any sort of thing that can promote. On several occasions, we have had Nyege being condemned by Parliament because of the same reasons. Recently, we saw Chameleon and his brother kiss on stage, which is also an abuse. Now, they're using all avenues to show the young generation, to show the people that they're trying to bring into this evil act, that it is okay to do it. So with this, we urge the government, together with Chameleon and his brother, to come out and say, no, this should not be done. What we did was wrong, and it is not okay. Because if a young child who is being told that homosexuality is bad is seeing their role models kissing on stage and they are opposite sexes, this is like telling them that, it looks like what these people are telling us is wrong. But we condemn this act, and Chameleon and his brother have to come up and say no to these acts and apologize to the generation of this country. As UPC, we agree. The only way to fight homosexuality or lesbianism is to criminalize it. It should be, yes, it should be an offense, because there is no other way we can fight it. These people have so much money, they can influence legislation. But if we, as Ugandans, we still have our morals, as Ugandans, we still have the country at heart, and for our young generation, this is a step that we have to take, and we have to put our foot down and make it, criminalize it, and give it the highest criminal offenses possible. I agree it should be criminalized, and it should be given the highest capacity as a felony, because this is something that damages that. It is almost as good as murder. Because if a human body is being damaged, then it ceases to be something that it ceases to be a lifestyle, it ceases to be a habit. It turns into something else. Because at the end of the day, we are going to have, as a country, we can barely medicate our people. Now imagine a young generation of 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds using Pampers, having their organs dismantled. We all know what homosexuality does. I don't need to go into the nitty-gritty. So yes, it should be criminalized, and it should be falling under felony because of the gravity of the damage it causes to the human body. As UPC, we appreciate the move by Parliament to bring back the bill, and we hope that this bill will not only stop on paper, but also be implemented. As I have already said, that Uganda has the capacity to have the most beautiful laws, but the implementation is an issue. But the issue of homosexuality and lesbianism, this is an issue that has been indicated to be a lifestyle, but it is more than a lifestyle, and it is a damaging effect to our generation. When you look at the children being captivated into this habit, These are children, these are young, these are the youth, this is the generation that could be in the future leaders of this country. Now, if these people that are practicing homosexuality are practicing lesbianism, we know the side effects of those. This is going to lead to early death, increased disease spread. When you look at the statistics, say that the people who practice homosexuality and lesbianism, they have very high chances of contracting HIV. Now look at a generation where you have no production, no procreation. Where is this generation going? Before you know it, we shall have a population of unproductive youth. And this is a very sensitive area that many international organizations are interested in, but I call upon our legislators not to fall by the financial output. These people have so much money and are willing to do anything to pass this law. But as Ugandans, we say no to homosexuality. As Ugandans, we say no to lesbianism, and we shall do whatever we have in our power to object it and reject it as it is, because it is not part of our culture, it is not part of the human system.
Now, it is not true that there are no countries that have banned homosexuality. For example, out of the 53 Commonwealth countries, 36 countries have banned homosexuality and same-sex marriage. In the whole world, we have 69 countries that have banned same-sex marriage. Uganda must join these countries as quickly as possible. We shall partake of the circumstances, but at least keep the moral base and the moral standing that is required of us in the African continent. It is not true that these are rights we are talking about. This is an escalation that we are talking about. It is an aggravation that we are talking about, culminating into misconduct that is calculated even to relieve Uganda of future children. Because the babies are all attacked, all schools are being attacked. The level and the degree of marketing and the promotion of this activity is worrying. We look at the law. The law must cover what we call simulation, simulating conduct and activities relating towards homosexuality, where conduct creates nothing but a reasonable hypothesis of a possibility that this is a homosexual. For example, the manner of dressing. Our younger people now dress in such a way that they have got sagging trousers, exposing almost 3/4 of their buttocks. Now, that is indicative that somebody is actually dealing with a lot of after effects of homosexuality, including too much fire, to the extent that aeration and air condition is necessary behind him. Now, that is the conduct relating towards homosexuality. Number two, that degree of exposure of the behind includes, among others, an attempt lodged at the subconscious level of the person exposing, to expose and even attract homosexuals into, I think, thinking that probably this one within the meaning of homosexuals is sexy. Now that must also be banned. Earrings for a man, the kind of dreadlocks and hair that men bear, which is the exact replica of what women should have in the circumstances, that must be also banned. If this country is serious on creating a conduct relative to our moral and cultural base, all of those have to be included in the laws of the country. And it must, therefore, include some bit of constitutional amendment for purposes that it cannot be misconstrued by the Constitutional Court as being unconstitutional. The Chichi and Ladida, what do they do exactly that countries cannot ban? In my opinion, I think we must urgently ban this, and the Democratic Party is behind any intents and the purposes calculated to ban this activity from escalating in our schools, our societies, and attacking our moral base as a country.